Hi, and thank you for tuning in to Lunch Talk with the Carters. I am your hostess, Star Carter.
And I am your host, Michael Carter.
And we just come to tell you all that it is time to get the show started. All right, today is Monday, January the 15th, and it is also Dr. Martin Luther King's birthday.
Happy birthday, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Dr. King. So today, guys, we're going to go a little bit off the beaten path so we can honor the late Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Dr. King was born on January the 15th, 1929. He was a Baptist minister and a civil rights activist. Tragically, Dr. King was assassinated at the young age of 39 on April 4th, 1968. If he had lived, he would have been 89 years old today. So in honor of his legacy and his life, we are dedicating today's show to living your dream. So in the intro show, guys, we asked you all, what was your New Year's resolution? You know, everybody loves to say that they want to lose weight. You know, I had mentioned that I wanted to travel. My husband had mentioned that he wanted to be financially free from some of the things that he got going on. So we all had set some goals, January 1, and now it's January the 15th. It is half of the first month in 2018.
Boy, time's flying, ain't it?
I mean, really.
Yeah, it's flying.
It really is. And so I know some of us have had some setbacks already in our dreams. I, for one, have had some setback in some of the goals that I wanted to get started by now. But you know what? It's still time to live whatever dream or whatever goal that you had set out when January 1 came in 2018. It is not too late. It is just half of the month. So I want you all to really, really think about the next few things that me and Michael are going to talk about as far as living your dream. And when I talk about living your dream, it makes me think about some of the earlier days when I first met Michael back in 1996 and 97.
96, yeah. Boy, man, I'm old, man. I'm old.
Look, I'm not claiming that, Mr. Carter. Now, you want to call yourself old? I'm not claiming that. I mean, because I'm going to be, if Lord willing, June 26th, I am going to be 40 years old.
And fabulous.
And very fabulous.
40 and fabulous.
And my husband, his birthday is June 24th. So our birthday is like 2 days apart. And he's going to be a fabulous 46.
Hot baby, you didn't have to say that. Golly.
Look,
you don't
look it. Look, check this out, y'all. Check this out. When I met my husband, which he wasn't my husband then, of course, but when I met Mr. Carter, back in 1996, we was working at Golden Corral. And Mike was the grill cook back then.
Grilling it up.
And I was working in the salad bar /
bakery / waitress.
I was doing a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
I was trying to get my grind on, and I was just a senior in high school, mind you all. I was just a senior. And so anyway, I met Mike, and mine kind of slips me because that was like 21 years ago. It kind of slips me a little bit. Yeah. But I don't even know how we got on the subject, to be honest with you all. But Mike and his best friend at the time, who was also our best man in our wedding, Mr. Rod. Mr. Rod Stewart. He was our best man. And of course, back then he was still is Mike's best friend. And they had a band. So can you tell them a little bit about the band you all had back then?
Yeah, but back then, like my wife said it, I think it was 96. I've always been an entrepreneur, so to speak. You know, I've always had the mindset to try to do something out of the norm. So I got real deep into making beats. I got real deep into trying to make music, do raps and type things like that. So I wanted to create a band of some sort to try to do a little something different. And I was looking for a female vocalist. Mm-hmm. And lo and behold, I had one of the beautifulest vocalists working with me at Golden Corral at the time. So I forgot, babe, like you said, 20 years ago, I forgot who put me on you, but I just remembered that I came to you and said, you know, you can sing, and, you know, your girlfriend, you know, Neek,
my best friend in high school.
And I heard you two guys was like angels. You can sing like angels. Yeah, you know, you guys sing like angels. So, and I, invited them to come be a part of the band. So they came over to 1 hour rehearsals and everything. And one thing led to another. Me and her kept doing our thing in the music. And
no. take them too fast now.
Okay, well, just trying to sum it up.
No, you sum it up. Yeah. Look, you guys. When I met Michael was so freaking handsome. I'm telling you now.
Oh my God.
Look, I'm gonna make him blush a little bit. I don't care. Look, Michael was so freaking handsome. When I first met Michael was like back in the day when all the light skinned guys was like really winning because of Al B. Shore and Christopher Williams from New Jack City. Some of you, okay, so we some 90s, okay, so some of y'all might be younger than us. Okay, we're gonna take you a little back, a little old school right here. But anyway, so Michael always been very handsome, very clean shaven, always, very, 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 very handsome. So anyway, I had told my best friend at the time, Neek, I said, golly, the grill cook, he is so good. Like, he's fine. And she was like, you're so crazy, and it was kind of like a little crush on him at first, when I first met him. But then, like I said, I don't know how the conversation struck up. I can't even remember that he found out that me and Neek both was singing. We thought we was the SWV.
Oh, SWV, yeah.
And everything. SWV. So back then, we was singing as much as we could, saying, especially, like back then, like I said, SWV was hot. I mean, there was so many different girl groups. Brownstone. I mean, it was just in vogue. I mean, man, back then, it was endless amount of talent. TLC, I mean, just endless amount of talent back then. So me and Neek, we used to sing a lot of the different songs, but we used to do it in the 2-part harmony. So that kind of was like our thing. And a lot of times after work, we would be in the parking lot. I had my 1990 Toyota Corolla. My brother had hooked me up with some speakers and some rims for,
Pin it down,
I know
bumping,
everything. Had this star in the front. But anyway, I was like, we used to be outside of the parking lot just singing or whatever, talking to Mike, fast forward and I'm talking to Mike and Rod. And like they said, they had the band East Meets West.
Yeah, East Meets West in the house. Yeah.
East Meets West. And so we wound up going to a couple of, jam sessions with them, learning their music or whatever. One of the songs that I remember that stood out to me was, It's Killing Me.
Yeah, Roy wrote that. Yeah, It's Killing Me. Yeah.
I remember us singing off that song with you guys or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
So we used to have a lot of great times. And, I know a lot of y'all might hear me call Mike Mr. Carter, but there's
inside joke.
It's a little inside joke there. Like I said, when me and Mike first met, that was like a little nickname that, Neek used to call him all the time, Mr. Carter.
Yeah. Her
Mr.
best
Carter,
friend
like,
gave me that name actually.
Like
yeah.
Mr. Carter. And it kind of stuck over all these years. So it's, so when you hear me call him Mr. Carter, that's because this dude right here is like a best friend of mine, really. He's my husband, but he's also like a very best friend of mine because we've been knowing each other for so long and we've been through a lot in our friendship over the last 20 years. And so it just made for a strong relationship. But back on to the reason why I brought that up is because, we both was really heavy into the music at the time, but life and children and graduations and
and
marriages and divorces and all that got in the way of some of the dreams that we had back then 20 years ago. And so sometimes your dreams get derailed. But one thing about your dreams is until you give up, they never give up on you.
Exactly.
They never give up on you. So as long as you still have that burning desire in the inside of you, that still remember those times and those times don't never leave you. And if it's something that's burning in your heart to do, then it's never too late to do it. It doesn't matter if it takes you 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, it doesn't matter. Don't ever give up on your dream. So this is why we're doing this podcast today, to live your dream. We want everything that we say and do to be an impact on everybody else, but also we want to be a motivation too on the outside of all the ratchetness that we're going to talk about. Cause we're going to keep it ratchet now. I want to let you know.
Just a little twist up. This just a little twist up for, MLK. Just a little twist up.
Just a little twist just to give honor and respect. But guess what, you guys? You better stay tuned to Friday coming. Not next Friday, but this Friday coming. Friday. We're going to be talking about, can exes still be friends?
Oh, and that's going to be a good topic, guys. That's going to be a real good topic.
But we're going to back out the wretchedness, but we just wanted to give you a little scoop of what's going to happen in the next couple of days on Friday. Today, we're talking about living your dream. So, Michael, we was talking earlier about some of the things that we have just accomplished in the short period of time that me and him have been back together again. When we sat out a lot of our dreams and our goals for our relationship, we've already been able to see these things come to pass already. Yes. And it has not even been, like I said, we have not been married a full year yet.
Nope. Not a full year yet.
April 20th. But we came into the relationship, knowing each other, had history or whatever. And so it was like, we came into the relationship knowing what we've already been through and knowing that we did not want to go back to those days. And so with that being said, we set goals, and some of the goals that we set was, of course, we wasn't dating just to be dating. We wanted it to turn into marriage.
Yeah, we wanted to manifest into something.
Yeah. So now we are married. So that was like one of our checks. We always knew, even 20 years ago, that one day, it was going to be us.
Everything in due time. When God says it fits, it's everything in due time.
Exactly. So another thing that we said that we wanted to do together is when we came up with the idea of doing this podcast. When I first told Mike, just like he told you all in the first intro show, when I told him about, hey, we need to do a podcast, he told you all.
I had no idea what a podcast was. So, that was something new for me.
Exactly. And I know, a lot of our listeners now that, a lot of people that we have shared and told about the show didn't know what a podcast was. So it's not something that a lot of people still have embraced yet, like they do YouTube and everything else. But we do appreciate all the love from everybody that didn't know that now they do know. And they've showed us so much love, and they have actually embraced a love for the podcast nation. So That's what's up.
So that's good. That is awesome, guys. That is awesome.
So with that being said, we have set goals for our relationship. So what's some of you all's goals? Have you all set relationship goals for 2018 that you want to manifest in the coming year or in 2019? It's never too late to set goals for yourself as individuals and goals for your relationship.
Yeah. So guys, some of your goals, let us know. Please hit us up. Let us know some of your goals that you're trying to reach in 2018. Like my wife said, it's never too late. The only time you fail in a dream that you're trying to accomplish is when you give up. No matter how long it takes. Sometimes dreams take a little longer to manifest. Sometimes they take a little longer to get where you want to be at that time. But patience is a virtue, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, yeah. I know you heard that saying a million times. Patience is a virtue. Just remember, it's never too late. You're never too old.
Never too old.
Never too old. So please get that out of your head.
Yep.
Whatever your goals may be, go for it. Only time you fail is when you give up.
It's when you give up. So you never give up. You never ever give up. And another thing that hinder us from meeting our goals, that is fear. Fear is the number one dream killer. It's so many people, including myself, that has given up because of fear. We've all been there. We've all done it. We've all was at the peak of God touching our gift, and we let fear take over our bodies. And it always happened right when the breakthrough is coming. But you don't know it because we give up. We don't see the way. We don't trust. So therefore we give up before we even let our dream manifest. So if you have been there, please email us at lunchtalkshow@gmail.com and let us know if you've been there before. Put in the subject line, I've been there before. And just let me know that you are understanding and you are feeling what me and Mr. Carter is talking about today when we're talking about living your dreams, because you only have one life, y'all. And if you don't use this one life to live your dream, you will never ever have that shot again. Once you're dead and gone, that shot is gone.
It's over with. That's a wrap. And fear, guys, what my wife was just telling you guys, fear is the number one dream killer. The fear of failure. Mm-hmm. And the stranger thing is the fear of success.
Oh yeah.
People fear success.
Yeah.
The first thing, I don't deserve it, or it comes with a price, it comes with this, it comes with that. No, guys, how you get that success. Mm-hmm. Now, if you're out there selling drugs or doing whatever, how you getting that success, guys, yeah, that I would fear that success. But if you doing things the right way, don't fear success. You deserve it.
That's right.
You are worthy.
Mm-hmm.
God wants all his children to be successful and prosperous. Mm-hmm. So guys, don't let fear kill you either way. The fear of failure or the fear of success.
Yeah, that's a very good point, because, you know, we don't ever think about we'll be fear to be successful. It happens a lot. You see it in celebrities where they at the peak of their career,
Yes.
and all